We are back, CPGM.com. I am CPGM Headley. This is CPGM Drew. Our third year now doing our draft matchups. Drew and I, we make our top 5 individual boards. We look at the prospects. We say, oh, this guy's ahead of this guy. Let's talk about it, man.
What are you thinking? Why is he that high? Why is he that low?
Let's talk about it. Let's debate. Let's debate, man.
Yeah, man. You know, did y'all do debate in class in high school, middle school? I never did it, so, you know, I'm doing it now.
Let's do it, man.
Football, baby. Let's get it, man.
So our first matchup, man, we're going to go to the running back position. It's going to be Josh Jacobs versus Devin Singletary.
By the way, that Josh Jacobs is number one on a lot of draft people's boards.
Yeah, that's their number one running back. Our number one running back is David Montgomery. I seen him falling down boards. I see him going 4th round.
4-6. They don't like that 4-6.
Hey, that's our guy, man. But for this matchup, I have Josh Jacobs, and Drew has Devin Singletary.
Devin Singletary is plays FAU or played for FAU. This guy, listen, I turned on the tape. I didn't know exactly what I was gonna see. I know CPGM Drew had mentioned, yo, man, this guy had how many yards of contact?
A lot.
Over
1,000.
Over 1,000. It's ridiculous. Over half his yards were after contact. And I was like, all right, man, let me take a peek at this guy, man. Yo. He's making the first guy miss. He's making the second guy miss. If he's not making a miss, he's breaking the tackle, low center of gravity. You better bring all your homies. Because if you're not bringing all your homies, yo, it's going to be a long day. He's willing to punish. And 2016, over 1,000 yards. 2017, 1,900 yards. 2018, 1,300 yards. And I know Headley's going to bring up, I'm going to go ahead and bust it right now. 300 carries in 2017, 261 carries in 2018. But listen, look at those touchdown numbers. My man had 32 touchdowns in 2017. Yeah, man. 22 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, Singletary does have a lot of production. I like him on tape. He's my number 3 running back. What I like about Singletary the most is his patience before he gets to the line of scrimmage. And he's like a human joystick, man. He's the human joystick 2.0, makes guys misses, breaks a lot of tackles. But I'm going with Josh Jacobs here, man. I saw the versatility. It just popped off the screen. Like, I'm looking at every play. I'm like, what is he going to do now? You know, he lead blocks. He pass protects, he catches out of the backfield, runs with power, speed. I just think he's a more versatile player than Devin Singletary, and he's going to get on the field quicker than Singletary because of his pass protection and his versatility.
First of all, my man Singletary can block. But this is how I separate the two. Okay? If you look at FAU's O-line and look at Alabama's O-line, there's a hell of a lot of difference. I mean, every time Devin Singletary touched the football, there was a guy on him from the word go. Yeah. Josh Jacobs, I mean, premier. I mean, they got stellar receivers for Bama. They got a stellar quarterback. Offensive line is pretty damn good. So, you know, I mean, I know it's in the SEC, but
that's what I was about to say.
It is the SEC. But that's also who's in that championship?
Bama.
And the year before that.
And the year before that.
Bama's there every year.
That's what I'm saying. So they are the cream of the crop. You know, Clemson would have something to say about that. But they're the cream of the crop when you talk about just in general the team in its entirety. And if let's say you swap teams with those two players, we're probably talking about Devin Singletary as the best running back coming out. Because I don't know if anybody's going to stop him, bro. He's running behind that Bama line, bro.
You think they're going to stop Josh Jacobs in the, what conference is that?
He's breaking the tackles that Devin Singletary is breaking because...
he's running through everybody.
No, he's not running through everybody.
He's not. 4 people on his back on the way to the end zone.
No, because I saw a lot on tape where, you know, Josh Jacobs would get... There's a lot of shoestring tackles, man. It's a lot of shoestring tackles. And you talked about his pass protection earlier. I had a couple concerns about his pass protection. If he's not the one initiating the contact, there's an issue. He's getting pushed back.
So who do you think is better pass protection?
I mean, I'm going Singletary.
Nah, it's not close, man.
Okay,
not close.
Man,
I think that's the biggest knock on Singletary is his pass protection. He only caught 6 passes his senior year, so he doesn't get a lot of targets out of the backfield.
No. His senior year. Check the year before. Quarterback's running for his life. O-line was terrible. I mean, what do you want? He can't block 6 people, bro. Like, I'm telling you how that offensive line was awful. Awful. It might have been one of the worst in the country. It was one of the worst in the country. I'm putting it out there. It was one of the worst in the country. I'm going to bang the table for Devin Singletary all day long over Josh Jacobs. It is close. It's close. But, I mean, when a guy gets the football immediately and a guy's in his face and he's able to make a miss, I don't see how he can't do that at the next level.
I think Singletary is a better pure running back than Josh Jacobs. Just running the football, he's better at it. Mm-hmm. But I just think with Jacobs' versatility, his pass protection, catching out of the backfield, he can line up and run routes. He can track the ball over his head, catch passes. It's just NFL teams are going to covet that more, and they're going to put him on the field a lot quicker than Singletary.
What I always tell you, I can't fault a guy for not, they didn't ask him to do it, so I can't, you know what I mean? FAU, this Lane, I don't know what Lane was doing over there with Devin Singletary outside of handing him the football. So, listen, just take a minute, and take the 2 players and switch teams and tell me who would do better. Go and look at Singletary's tape. Go and look at Jacobs' tape. Now switch teams and tell me who would do better. That's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you.
I get it, man, but I'm just projecting to the next level.
Yeah.
I'm not even care switch teams, who be better. I'm just projecting what I see at the next level.
If you swap teams, I'm not sure Jacobs is the guy you're talking about. I'm not sure Jacobs is the guy you think he is because he's on a superior football team. Devin's able to do all that cute stuff and throw over the shoulder to him. Because he can do it over there at Bama because they're superior.
I can get you.
FAU, it's not.
It's a reason Jacobs plays for Alabama too.
I mean, okay.
He's a beast.
Speaking of Devin Singletary and talking about how bad, the football team, offensive line wasn't good. Singletary is, how when sometimes when you're walking by, you're looking down at the ground and you're looking at the sidewalk and you see a little weed that comes out of the cement. You're just like, how did it end up there? Like, how is that possible? There's almost no dirt there, but the weed just works its way through, bro. That's Devin Singletary. He's not a weed, bro. He's a rose, bro. He's a rose petal. Not a rose petal, bro. He's a rose coming up out of that cement, bro. Because and you're asking yourself, how the hell is this rose coming out of this cement, bro?
I see what you did. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's kind of that's what he was to FAU. Because how good would FAU be without Devin Singletary?
Well, there you have it, man. That is our running back matchup, Josh Jacobs versus Devin Singletary. Please like, comment. Let us know what you guys think, man. I know most people will be on the Jacobs side, but hey, we have some Devin Singletary supporters, man. Let us know why he's a better running back than Josh Jacobs.
Oh, and by the way, don't throw the combine numbers out there. We don't running backs. We don't worry about that.
4.6.
We don't worry about that.
Is in the building.